Welcome back to the Europe Netball Open Challenge 2022. We are live here at the National Sports Centre in Douglas in the Isle of Man, and another fantastic game up for you. Right behind me, warming up now, is Switzerland and the Isle of Man. The crowd is going to be loud tonight because we have lots of home support for the Isle of Man, and the cowbells are here from Switzerland. They always bring amazing support. Group B placings have been decided, but Group A is still all to play for. This game is crucial for the Isle of Man. They lost out to Gibraltar yesterday. However, this morning they've been a good performance against the Cayman Islands and won that. If they win this game, they will make the top two, and that is key. Only the top two in each group can eventually make it to the gold medal match, which, let's face it, is what everybody is fighting for. So we will be back really shortly with those starting sevens. Make sure you don't go anywhere. Shoot. She gets it. Oh, that's a great way to end. Oh, lovely to see that. Squeaky. Feeling the pressure. Oh. What a will she shoot from here?
Yeah. Oh, what an intercept.
Nice quick hand between Gardner. Nice. Lovely shot.
Give them a little bit of confidence going into half time. Oh, lovely shot. Great interception.
Good afternoon, welcome back wherever you are watching to the National Sports Centre. We are here live in the Isle of Man in Douglas for the next game. This is Group A. We've got the placings already for Group B. This is to decide who fits where in Group A. I'm Natalie Pepperell. I'm joined by the awesome male netball player for the Isle of Man, Rob Mason. How are you, Rob?
I'm good, thanks, Natalie. I'm looking forward to this game today.
If you were watching on Wednesday now, Rob played for the Isle of Man men's team to start this competition off. That was on the Isle of Man Facebook page. So if you haven't seen it, I'm sure it's still on there. Go back and give it a watch. Some excellent display of netball, and so we've got his talents in with us today. So without further ado, let's give you those starting lineups for the Isle of Man and Switzerland. For the Isle of Man, in goal shooter, Chloe Swales. Goal attack, Ailish Brighton. Wing attack, Ashley Hall. Centre, Rachel Johnston. Wing defence, Lydia Shaw. Goal defence, Natalie Swales. And goalkeeper, Paige Skilcorn. The coach for the Isle of Man is Claire Batty. For Switzerland, goal shooter, Amy Reid. Goal attack, Martina Morales. Wing attack, Julia Defren. Centre, Pasqualina von Lampen-Dinena. Wing defence, Victoria Rydborn. Goal defence, Iris Martinelli. And goalkeeper, the power that is Gandalf, Claudia Alma. The coach for Switzerland is Vanessa McErlin-Naylor. And your umpires for this game are Garonia Mackel, Lindsay King, and the reserve umpire is Megan Samuel. So slightly different to what's on your screen. Seeing them run on now. We were just talking before we came live, weren't we, Rob? That actually this is a really strong lineup for the Isle of Man.
Yeah, I think it's probably something got a point to prove. I think it's maybe a little bit of still disappointment from yesterday and try and get back in the groove again, ready for what potentially is stronger games tomorrow.
Absolutely. Also shows full respect for Switzerland. They're not going to put any risks on this game. If the Isle of Man did lose it, it may well go down to goal difference, depending on what happens between Cayman Islands and Gibraltar. But if they did lose it and Cayman Islands won, again, it could be that the Isle of Man didn't make that 1-2 position. So full respect from the Isle of Man to Switzerland for putting out the top strength team. Although in fairness, everyone that's taken to court for them, we raved about Lydia Shaw this morning, and then when she was replaced by Cassie Pizzi, she did a great job. Rachel Johnston gets us underway for the Isle of Man. It's going to be loud in here today. Well left by Bridson. It came off Martinelli. Oh, beautiful. Nice circle play. We've seen in the past that sometimes the shooting has eluded the Isle of Man, but not at the start here. Pasqualina in that centre position, nothing on forwards, finds Martinelli. Good pick up by Swales. Oh, beautiful. That was a great shot.
Yeah, a few good early confidence boosts here. I think it's a confidence thing shooting sometimes.
And you were saying before that the men's team have played against these girls before.
Yeah, so we've played mostly throughout the season. They seem to up their game and want to play us, that's for sure.
Maybe you can just stand on the sideline and stare at me. You might get kicked out with that, actually. Unfortunately, I couldn't quite keep that one in, Chloe Swales, but I'm sure I'll pressure this back. Good space by Rydborn, and there's the zone that we've come to know. Great by Morales to go through the middle. Nothing on forwards for von Lampen-Dinena. Step in by Reid. Oh. Strong rebound by Swales. Lovely, didn't even need to use the out to the pocket that time. Interesting that the Isle of Man are still finding those top and pocket positions for their mid-court.
Yeah, they like those pockets, definitely. Having played against them, I know they like them.
Gandalf, Alma at the back, but Swales on the other side. Ooh. Just a few errors creeping in. quite common on a turnover that it's one of the next couple of passes that goes astray, so just need to look after it. Nothing in front for Morales, but Martinelli's at the back. Oh, unlucky Johnston. She's an absolute steam train, Johnston, isn't she?
Yeah. As I say, I've played against her a few times this year because she fills in for some of the other teams just to make things interesting for us.
And as a centre, it must be a you and her matchup.
Yeah, definitely. And in training, as I say, when we've joined in or they've joined in with ours.
Dare we ask who wins the competition?
It's tough. She does play off the body a lot though, which is a bit different than when I play men.
Yeah. Oh, 1 foot. Yes, backup's there. Oh, Martinelli read it. She just needed to run it. Great shot by Swales. 5 unanswered goals for the Isle of Man. Picked up by DeFriend. Reed on the ball. Oh, unlucky Shaw. Great hands in. Oh, what a feed. Great vision by Von Lanthentonena. And yes, hands up by Morales. Oh, a cheeky pop. Lovely by Bridson. We've seen Bridson and Kat Keeling playing in that circle with Swales, so I'm sure Bridson wants to cement her place. Wide Bourne. Good hustle by Shaw, but pinged for contact against a friend. Morales can't seem to get in that circle past Swales. Nice through court. Oh, the athleticism on that pass. Isle of Man known for their speed through the court, but Switzerland do need to make sure they step up and try and slow that down. Breaking call. Alma at the back, doing the reset. Morales taking every other ball at the moment as goal attack. Reads out. Oh, beautiful drive by Reed.
Yeah, they've worked really hard there to get that ball down the court. Isle of Man were setting up the sort of zone they've been doing through the middle third, but all the way down the court. And really, really good play to get it through there.
It must be quite tiring though to have to continue to play it short to try and get through that zone.
Yeah, I think that's one of the reasons is to try and tire opposition and force the error.
Oh, unlucky by Swales. She's been having a great tournament in that goal defence position and in the goalkeeper position.
She's ultra competitive. I mean, I know a lot of them are, but you have to, when you play against them, you certainly know you've been in the game.
Unlucky, but great rebound by Bridson. What a great start she's having to this quarter.
Yeah, and like you say, there may be some sort of playing for positions within the team here for the next match, so got to go out strong and give it your best.
Absolutely. But she is asking the question right now of Claire Batty as to what the best starting lineup is.
Yeah, she's going to make tough decisions. That's what the coach gets paid for, or not, as the coach can do.
Yeah, or not in netball. But the bright side is actually, as much as coaches complain, that's the best position to be in, is players proving a point and playing really well and making them make decisions.
Yeah, I mean, the competition for places has got to be a good thing, really.
Nice width by Shaw. Oh, all on ball side, but she finds Swales. Hall. Look at that speed. Oh my goodness, Johnston. Oh, too good.
Yeah, that's that link up. All those three players play at the same club. Johnson, Bryson and Swales all play at the same club team, so we're used to that link up regularly.
Ooh, we've just jinxed him.
Yeah, not quite there.
Too much excitement. They're set up. There's the zone. Martinelli. Unfortunately, everybody there drove towards the middle of the zone. You need a drive through the middle and a wide ball. Oh, well held, Pasqualina. Lovely pass, great take by Morales. Great cheer from the crowd. Opt in for the reset. She had a ball side reset, so that was good from Rideborn at the back. Good repositioning by Reed. Lovely shot. Confident shooting from Swiss side. Nice centre pass. Draw from Defriend, pops out by Morales. It's a long shot. Oh my goodness! 2 hands up from Emma Connolly, the team manager on the bench. She loves that.
Great shot that.
This is a good start from Switzerland. I think after the last couple of results, it would have been easy to expect them to take this one almost lying down, but not at all.
Yeah, and I suppose especially after the start the Isle of Man made as well, they've not let their heads go down, they've continued. I think that's 3 of the last 4 goals they've scored, so coming back into it.
Unlucky from Shaw. She read it. Martinelli in some ways did well to pull out. So fast. Good decision from Hall. And that's what's really impressive at the moment about this team is they can play the fast ball, but actually someone slows it down when they need to.
Yeah, I think Ashley, but Hall's...
you can call them by their first name, no one minds.
Ashley's experience certainly helps down the court there. Obviously, some of the others are a little bit younger, but she's got great experience and almost knows when to speed up and when to slow it down, which is, you can't really buy that.
No, absolutely, you're so spot on. And we've seen, we were talking even in the last game, the Malta-Israel game, that they'd build up the speed and there wasn't really sometimes anyone just to calm it down. And you're right, the experience of Ashley Hall, and we used Carly Lewis for UAE is another example of someone that's really clever in slowing that ball down.
Yeah,
and
a lot of that does come with experience, doesn't it? You can't really teach that so much, you just learn it.
Absolutely. Plucked. Oh, unlucky.
Seems like Isle of Man's Achilles heel here.
It really is. It really is, and it's a tough one. Yeah. Good umpiring. Something they will have to resolve. I didn't see their shooting stats from yesterday, but I'm pretty sure that was one of the biggest impacts when they were playing against Gibraltar. But you can't take anything away from the Gibraltar play. Oh, cheeky. Oh, good hustle by Alma, one of the most experienced players on the Swiss team. Lovely work between her and Martinelli. Oh, footwork by Morales.
They're being put under so much pressure by that zone. It's perhaps something the coach needs to have a word with it. If they weren't expecting it, I mean, if you watch the previous games, Isle of Man have been doing that, so it's perhaps something they need to focus a bit more on how they're going to break it down.
And how do you break it down?
Well, I did ask that question of our coach a couple of weeks ago, because we've tried it as men as well in defence, but I said, well, what happens if somebody wrote it to you, what do you do? And I was told to drive at players and body check them and turn the shoes.
Yeah, I think that's one of...
Easier said than done though.
Yeah, but one of 3 possible ways, and that's a good one, yeah, because then you take them out of the equation of being able to fly, because that's the whole point, isn't it, setting up a fly. Or a drive through the middle, which draws the zone in a little bit, opens up you wide, but someone's then got to go on a wide, or go over the top of it, give and go, so that you're in a position where you can just throw it over the top. All really easy from commentary.
Yeah, all good on paper.
Oh, obstruction there called against Alma. Gives Swales the opportunity to sink this, and sink it she does. 10-goal lead with about 45 seconds left. Not happy with the long shot. Always got Johnston and Hall there, so lovely. 24 seconds for Switzerland to get one of their own. Oh. 10 seconds left. Good by Morales. Pasqualina von Lanthendenena. Oh, just can't quite get it to land. 16-5 the first quarter. Not a bad score for Switzerland. Not a bad score for Isle of Man. I'm sure both will be reasonably pleased with that result so far.
Yeah, I think both coaches will be relatively happy. There's obviously room for improvement on both sides, but they'll be relatively happy with that start.
Really interestingly, just a comparison that we have being the Gibraltar-Swiss game. 16-5 now. When they played Gibraltar, Switzerland had only scored 2 in the first quarter and Gibraltar had scored 20, so a bit of a difference from that, and much improved performance by Switzerland, but I think it's Switzerland that have improved, not the Isle of Man that aren't playing as well.
Yeah, perhaps so, and you say we had that period where they sort of just went off the boil a little bit with the shooting, so, you know, so those are from the basket as well, so I'd always expect them to be scored, and that's probably the difference there. Improvement by Switzerland, but also Isle of Man shooting still not quite at a level they'd probably want it to be.
Absolutely. I think for Switzerland, Reed and Morales are actually scoring more of their goals this time. I don't have the stats, so this is just from what I see on the screen, but Alma and Martinelli in defence are giving them all sorts of trouble actually in that attacking circle. They are going for those low balls. They've obviously been watching that they do a lot of low bounce passes and low almost rolls into the circle, and so that's good that they've picked that up and that they're looking at how they defend it. Yeah,
they do that a lot, as I say, having trained and played against a lot of them. It's like almost what you do, it's almost you're not expecting it, but if you watch them, they do it a lot. And so it's the third game in, so teams are starting to find out people. These teams probably haven't, I don't know exactly, but probably haven't played each other for years or maybe longer. So to suddenly come and play somebody you're not used to playing, you've had to watch the 2 previous games and pick up bits and pieces, but there's nothing like actually playing them to get the full effect.
Absolutely. The last time they met was in the same competition a year ago, so you're right, it has been a year.
Yeah.
And that was 56 goals to 25 for the Isle of Man. So So I would imagine that the Isle of Man will want to outscore that today. I would imagine that Switzerland will as well. It's always good to have a target, but I think for Switzerland there are a fair few different players on that team. Isle of Man, a couple of different players, not as many, but everybody's looking forward to the next games, aren't they, as well, where they finish in their placings and tomorrow's games, because you've got to rest your players a little bit. You've got to do the job and win, especially for the Isle of Man, who want to stay in that top 1 or 2 positions. Even if Switzerland win this, they're still going to be 3rd or 4th.
Yeah, I think in some competitions, not just in netball, I think other sporting competitions as well, sometimes they say, you're only as good as your squad rather than your starting 7, because you never know when an injury is going to happen. So, and that's one of the challenges for the coach, to rotate those players so that they're fresh and they can give the best performance when you need it. And like you say, this first set, part in the group games is about getting the right qualification in the right place to give yourself the chance to get whatever medal or position you're aiming for. So that's part of what this game is today. They need to win it. They need to win it relatively well, but they also need to make sure they're prepared for tomorrow as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't really know who the Isle of Man would prefer to play out of UAE or Republic of Ireland. And I think that's the same the other way. I'm not sure who UAE or Republic of Ireland would prefer to play out of the Isle of Man and Gibraltar.
No, I mean, there seems to be four good teams, and on the day, I think they could all beat each other. So I was quite surprised by the result early this morning with the UAE and Republic of Ireland, but that's what it was on today. And maybe that if they play each other again, it might be the other way around. So you don't really know who you want to play. You play who you play. Give it your best shot.
Spot on, wise words from Rob Mason here in commentary. And we get back underway, and there have been some changes that we can see. So is it Evans that comes on at wing attack?
Yeah, Rhea Evans at wing attack. And Kat Keeling's come on at goalkeeper.
For Switzerland, Pasqualina von Lanthen-Dinena has gone to wing attack, and Julia de Friend has gone to centre. So that's just a positional switch for those two. Apart from that, everything else has remained the same. Again, possibly just saving the legs of Pasqualina. She's played in most of the matches so far. Reed with the shot. Oh. The chase down by Swales. Switzerland will get the ball back. Kat Keeling with the tip early on. It's the first time we've seen Keeling in goalkeeper this tournament. Great shot by Swales. Just another option for Claire Batty moving forward. Go, they've got to run their feet. Just need a little bit more width from Rideborn coming through for that centre pass. She came quite close to the centre. It makes it a really hard pass, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes as a centre myself, sometimes people just running towards you makes it hard, especially if it's more than one. But yeah, they need to keep some space there.
Good pick up by Swales at the back. Keeling finds Shaw. Through to Evans. Ooh, just bounced out. Top Swiss call from the crowd. That doesn't mean hop, by the way. If you're not Swiss, I'm pretty sure the translation is go Switzerland.
The pressure coming on again there from that zone. Nowhere to go, and I had to try and force it backwards.
They talk about coach killers, but that's more of a team killer, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, well weighted. Oh, beautiful ball. Easy as that.
I don't know whether, Olish's mum's actually on the officials bench over there. I don't know whether she's chalking up the scores or not, but she's over there putting something down. She's a second from the left on that bench.
Who's that?
Olish's mum.
Ah, is that Adele Bryson?
It is Adele Bryson.
goodness, the focus that must be to be on the officials' bench whilst your daughter's playing. These are super mums as well as super players. Unlucky there for Alma.
Another little bit of trivia, or not trivia, or on it, if you've noticed that Chloe's ribbon in her hair is slightly different than everybody else's. It's actually her daughters who had to go to hospital on Thursday night. So Chloe had to leave and go up to A&E with her because she had a bad fall. I think she ended up with keeping Penny's ribbon, so she wore it just for her.
Oh, bless her.
So there's a little story for you.
That's lush. You can't tell me many stories like that, you'll get me crying. I cry at X Factor, that's quite emotional.
Yes, a little bit of Penny on the court as well.
What a legend. Well done, Penny. Your mum's playing like a superstar. Oh, great pass, great take by Reed. The idea to swing was such a good one, it's just sometimes lacking in accuracy. Down the line play, good to centralise that ball, and a great entry.
Good drive,
yeah, good pressure, Martinelli. There's that zone. Good strong drive. Yeah, too many hands.
And say she plays off the body quite a lot, Rachel, and she spots her win sets. I mean, in the say league we play, and she must average like 5 or 6 a game.
And we just need width and depth from Switzerland as well. Like playing off the body is just easier to run if people are playing in the same space, isn't it?
Yeah.
Taking nothing away from her capacity, but come on, let's not make it easier for her. Oh, good rebound by Alma. Give and go. But then someone, this is the space. There's a big space. Can you see it on your screens?
Yeah. I think it was the centre had gone too high.
Yeah. But then Morales is playing really deep, isn't she, as well as goal attack. Yeah. It's almost like they've done a positional interchange, which is a bit odd for a centre goal attack.
Yeah.
Sometimes see it between centres and wing attacks. Oh, she's just fixing the bow now. And there. Ah, lovely. Swales home alone. Martinelli tried to get there. And there's a cucumber by Swales. Puts it back in. Switzerland still to score this quarter. Lovely take. That's a nice ball. Great shot, Amy Reed. Nice drive through, Johnston. I love Ryborn. She always looks so shocked. Who, me? Oh, good strength by Alma again. Really keeping her team in this, getting those rebounds.
Yeah.
Just look at all those young players trying to be ball side and keeping that space in the middle. It's beautiful to watch on screen, isn't it? Nice by Morales. Good Morales, good turn, and that's what's going to get her closer to post. Step in front of one. Good job. That's a turnover ball for Switzerland.
Yeah. Good. I think I heard you speaking to the Switzerland captain after the last game, saying how this is a young team developing, and all of this will definitely help with that. Just the more experience of playing teams like this, and they'll learn from playing the zone and things. they'll gain so much more from this game.
That's what it's all about. Good drive through by Martinelli. Angle on that was great by Julia. Contact call against Keeling. Great shot by Reed, well deserved. Some great play there by Switzerland, and that shows what they can do. The angle of their drives through the court then was spot on. Key basics that make a huge difference.
Yeah, I guess that's the difference, isn't it? It's consistency about doing it each and every time.
100%.
It's hard work, but that's the difference.
Nice drive out by Morales. Oh, just a bit too much on that for frontman Tintinena. That's the go-round shout in response to the cowbells. It's battle of the teams on the court, it's battle of the crowds in the crowd. Good stretch by Alma. And it must be hard as well to shoot over the long arms of Claudia Alma.
It's not easy. I didn't want to shoot anyway, but they're putting the pressure on. And making the rebound, so that puts even more pressure on. If you know you're not necessarily going to get the rebound, it's extra pressure.
Unfortunate footwork call out for Rideborn. Oh, well read.
They've started to read some of these little interchanges now.
And this is where you were saying before about them having to mix things up. They're going to have to start, aren't they, if they start to read that pop pass, either take the shot or find another route.
I think it may be the same for a lot of the teams in this competition, whereas they get away with a few bits early on because teams aren't used to them playing. But once you get further in the competition, coaches or analysts or whatever will be looking at these teams and saying what are their little niches that they do and how do we counteract them.
Absolutely, and as the games get more important, as we go to potentially one game on each day, they'll have more time to look at those opposition footage as well. Really lucky for the live stream, Blue Olive Productions here putting this on, which actually allows them to look back, isn't it, at the different teams play.
I mean, no doubt, I'm sure, given the way this game's going, the Isle of Man and probably Gibraltar as well will be looking at that Ireland UAE game tonight. Might even have a team session on it, the respective team that they'll be playing. So, and equally, Ireland and UAE are probably looking at this game or looking at the Gibraltar game later to see who they're going to play.
Yeah. Malta, Israel may well be watching this as well. Oh, great defence by Johnston. Oh, just slightly offside. Fancy pass for Morales. Oh! I love that as well. A collapse and tap for Morales. Good challenge by Gandalf.
The bench was up then.
Yeah, they loved it. Love an Alma fly. That's enough. Is that another footwork?
Yeah.
Whiteborn's going to have to address those. Too many now. Good swing. Yeah, good by Martinelli. Potentially a little bit complacent there, waiting for the ball to land. Swales. Martinelli just reminding her. It goes in. Just over 2 minutes left. Picked up by Reed.
well to get her own rebound there.
Double figures come up for the Swiss. Someone needs to answer the phone. I'm not sure the players knew it had gone out for them. Yeah, that's it. Drive through the middle, but there's no one on the wide. Oh, unlucky there for Johnston. That was really unlucky. That was a great intercept. Sure, great hands. Deemed to have contacted.
Yeah, the Swiss being challenged everywhere in attack, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's not easy to score a foot out of bounds there, I think.
Yeah, ran out of court. Good drive through court by Swales. Both caught behind. Swales popping out, and that's a great shooter to shoot the ball. 30 seconds. Morales on the centre pass. Need some width here for the Swiss. It's too easy for the Isle of Man defence if they're all in the same place. Lovely box zone. Good from Julia defend to come through the middle. If they're going to score it, they're going to need to get it in. 4 seconds. Put it up. I'm pretty sure that's a counter-possible shot.
Looked a bit too close and falling in.
And for the youngster as well, it was almost, she wanted that ball, she was ready to take it, and Reed quite happily passed it over. Fair play, Morales. That makes 6 goals that quarter for Switzerland, so increased their goal numbers, which is good for them. My maths is going in the thank you very much. 12 goals for the Isle of Man, so good job there by the Swiss, kept the Isle of Man to a smaller goal amount and increased their lead. And this is really good for Switzerland. There's still obviously lots that they need to work on and go back and improve on as a young side. But like we say, when you looked at their game against Gibraltar, it was 34-6 at half-time against Gibraltar, so not only have they kept the Isle of Man to less goals, they've scored more goals themselves as well.
Yeah, so like we said before, it's showing improvement, and that's probably, I don't know, maybe the target the coaches set them. Let's improve upon that. They would have known from the first game that Isle of Man Gibraltar fairly evenly matched, so that's a good benchmark, and may have set some goals off the back of that. And so they'd probably be happy at half-time with the number they've scored. Especially given probably the different challenge they're facing with that zone defence from the Isle of Man, which Gibraltar didn't do. So that's a new challenge for them. And all this is on that learning curve. Will stand them in good stead when they come against other teams.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's really interesting as well, the pressure, the defensive unit between Alma. When you see different styles playing, they just seem to be getting a little bit more ball against the tall timbers of Swales and Brighton, whereas against that moving circle they really struggled on the moving circle against Gibraltar. So it's almost as well the style of the shooters for Isle of Man playing into their favour a little bit.
Yeah, maybe so, and that might be I'm not sure who yet they're going to face in the next game, but they might have to adjust things on the back of that and realise that's the difference, and we've spotted it, hopefully their coaches spotted it as well, and can make adjustments to compare that against whoever it is they're off against, either Malta or Israel, is it?
Absolutely, yeah. I still want them to get a little bit more width and depth. I mean, she says from the commentary, because they're really clustered, and like you say, I mean, you commented on the fact that Johnston does this a lot at club level as well. They're just being able to run on the ball and get hands in everywhere because of the fact that Switzerland are playing in that small space. And they're encouraging it. It's Nettie! Oh, Nettie can't hear us because Nettie won't be listening to the live stream because Nettie's here, but I'm sorry, distracted now. I'm going to get a cuddle with Nettie later. But yeah, credit to Isle of Man because they are forcing them into that space. But yeah, just a bit more width and depth needed.
Yeah, I mean, I say Rachel Johnson is because obviously being on the Isle of Man, she's probably our best player in mid-court. As a mid-court player, I've watched her this season as we've been playing in the Prem, and just watched her game. If I want to improve my game, and watch her and try to sort of watch what she does and try and make it a little bit in the way. And a lot of times she does stand off. And it's like, why is she standing off? It's because she's doing it over the sets. She leaves players through for the ball to be passed. So it's clever. It's something I hadn't noticed, but she does it so often. So when you play her, you're like, she's nowhere near me. That's because she's actually going to pick off your pass.
Yeah. Making it look as though it's on and sneakily going, haha, it's not.
Definitely. But her speed through court as well is immense. It's very hard to keep up.
And actually, what's really clever about that too is that you can only really do that if you've got everybody else covered. So when you look at that defensive lineup, Lydia Shaw, Nat Swales, Kat Keelan, Lydia Shaw is in the nicest possible way, like an absolute rash as a wing defence. She does not give anyone an inch. So when you've got the defence pressure on the wing attack, on the goal attack, and on the goalkeeper, it almost allows her to do that because the only person that is free is the player she lets be free, ready to intercept her.
Yeah, exactly. And I guess it's not just, I mean, you've seen Cassie Pizzi come on in the last game as well. They're like that. That's their defensive unit, and I'm sure they train them. I mean, they've trained with them, and they do train as a unit. And that's what they do. That's the way they play. It's not necessarily an individual style. I know the players do have their individual style, but that's how they're trained to play. They want to be competitive and not give any space in those defensive areas. So that's almost makes it easier, as we said before, for the coach to make that choice. As Lydia, Cassie, they're doing an equally good job, and they can usually take them off whether they're on. The wing attackers can get a rest.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. And you're so right, because we were a bit like, oh, Lydia Shaw, we've just been picking up Lydia Shaw and we're like, oh, she's come off. And then, Cassidy Pizzi came on and just absolutely nailed it. But it'll be interesting to know what the other teams are going to do against this. So like we said, they are going to face either the UAE or the Republic of Ireland. It depends where they come. In Group B, Republic of Ireland came out as winners in that group, so they will be playing the second place team in this group at 3 p.m. As long as Gibraltar win, it's likely to be that they are facing the Isle of Man. But it's all to play for, we just don't know yet. Plenty more coming up, as you see on your screens. Saturday's games, so tomorrow are the matches after this, so the playoff matches, and then from 5 p.m. tomorrow night all the way through until 1 o'clock are the placing matches, 7th and 8th on the Saturday, all the way through to 1 p.m. on Sunday, being for gold and silver medal, and that is where everyone wants to be. If you scan the QR code, which you'll see on your screen now, that will give you the digital program for this event. That digital program is absolutely phenomenal. It's the first time we've had something like this, and it changes itself. I don't know how. It's all the tech here at Blue Olive Productions that Karina has fantastically put together, who is the tech guru. She's just smiling in the corner. And it uploads, so it will tell you. You don't even have to listen to me. It will tell you who is playing when and what positions they are in. It's fantastic. However, this game still has a lot left in it. It might be 28-11, but there's lots still to come. Both teams clapping hands to the music at the moment as Nettie is entertaining everyone. It will be interesting to see whether they make any changes. I think, would you make any changes now, bearing in mind there's tough games tomorrow?
I've just had a look at the Isle of Man, so I know they're making changes.
Yes.
I can shoot and say, yeah, I did.
This is why we like inside knowledge, you see.
No, so I think it is about some squad rotation here for the Isle of Man as well. We said heavy legs, it's their second game of the day. They don't want anyone to pick up an unnecessary injury, I suppose, either, which can happen. So I think they will make, and they are going to make a fair few changes to bring on other people and rest some, maybe some of the key players. But I see Ashley Hall's going to come back to the court as well, so they will keep some experience on there.
So, without further ado, we will bring in those changes. Kat Keelan has gone to goal shooter. Ashley Hall has gone to goal attack. Jane Ryder-Clegg comes on at wing attack. Evans is on Evans.
Yeah, Evans centre.
Fabulous. And then goal defence is Paige Skillicorn. Wing defence is that Cassidy Fizzy?
It is, yeah.
And goalkeeper Crompton.
Anne-Marie Compton, yeah.
Fabulous.
Well done.
Thank you. It was a real test. I felt the pressure of Rob Mason next to me. For Switzerland, Catherine Sturgis has come on to goal defence. We've seen her do a great job in the last game. Martinelli goes back to the goalkeeper position. Defend Pasqualina von Anthendenena, Rideborn all in the same position, Morellis in the same position, and Reed in the same position. Ooh, lovely. Do you think this is being played out now? Because it's another possible combination for the future for Hall and Keeling to be in these positions.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, I'd be hard pushed for them to drop Chloe from goal attack. She gives them a lot of power and a lot of mobility in that goal attack area. So it'd be difficult. I'd find it very hard to believe she's not going to play goal attack tomorrow. I think it's more goal shooter who plays with her.
I've got an unpopular opinion for you though. What if she can't get the ball through the net?
Well, if she can get the ball through the net, then perhaps they have to think about it. But I think as she's more comfortable at wing attack, she can shoot, as you'll hopefully see in this quarter. And she's good at shooting, but I think she's more suited to a wing attack position, which then means that you're then going to look for another goal attack. Eilish can play there, Eilish Bryson can play goal attack, but I think it'd be more likely that we'll play unless you can't get the ball through the net.
But it's interesting though, isn't it? Because this is the things that coaches do have to work out and players have to work out, because you need a plan B and you need a plan C and sometimes you need a plan D.
Yeah, and I think that's perhaps what we might be looking at as a plan B or a plan C here, I'm not sure.
In fairness to Chloe Swell, she has also played, I'm pretty sure, every single quarter so far. So she's probably quite grateful for a rest.
Yeah, sort of, but I know Chloe and she'll want to play every minute.
Good woman. Oh, lovely pop from Reed to Morellis. Yes, Morellis thinks it. I love the plucky feistiness of the youngster. Oh, good strength from Hall and nice ball from Ryder Clegg. She kept it non-defender side. No look pass. Nice, cheeky smile, a nod to the bench. Well done from Morellis getting through that 3 over. Unlucky there from Van Lanthen-Dinena. She was waiting for the cutback, it didn't come.
Yeah, we like the no-look passes. There's quite a lot born in training.
Oh, unlucky Ryder Clegg. That was such effort from her to chase it all the way down. Sturgis finds Rideborn. Obstruction called against Ryder Clegg. Morellis resetting, nothing on his front again. They're all together on that side of the court.
Loads of space out this side, wasn't there?
And that's when we talk about Ashley Hall having experience and being like a game creator. Look at the space she creates.
Yeah. And Reed's gone to the side as well.
Lovely. Evans, another great player that's had a positive impact every time she's come on.
Yeah, she's got speed through the court as well. I mean, she's a very similar player to Rachel Johnson in a way. So it's tough to break in there, but when she gets a chance, she's got to take it, hasn't she? So.
Defend finds Morellis. 2-on-1 in the circle. Good fake by Van Lanthen-Dinena. Oh, unlucky for Skillicorn, but great for Morellis. Lovely shot. Oh, nice one too.
So again, there's a few more link-ups for the Isle of Man, just I know from the club play, so Rianne and Kat both play in the same team. So now there's that link-up, and Ashley and Jane Ryko play in the same club. So, you know, you've got link-ups there for the Isle of Man.
And sometimes that knowing each other and that playing together is just as important, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, obviously they do train and have been working hard as a RAMS unit, as an Isle of Man unit, but obviously week in, week out, you know, they're not professionals, as we know, and they play, you know, they train with the club every week, so they're going to be more expected than training for the Isle of Man.
And that feed between Evans and Keeling just confirmed exactly what you've just said. That was really nice. Oh, break in by Hall. You don't see that very often. Oh no, by Ryder Clay. In my defence, they've both got plats. I know that's a rubbish excuse. I'm not sure what that was. Great take. Whoa, strong from Sturgis.
Yeah.
Lovely scream from Keelan. Oh. There's a smile. It was a cheeky one. Didn't pay off this time. Oh, the fly. Oh, that'll do. 2-on-1. Great backup by DeFriend. Great stretch by Crompton as well. We talked about the long arms of Claudia Alma, but hers are really long as well.
Yeah, Anne-Marie's got a good stretch, and he's just put the sheet over as well. And like you said before, there's competition for place in that Isle of Man team that people want to play, and as I said before, it's good for them as a unit that, you know, somebody's not doing it, somebody else can come on.
Oh, long shot. It's in. She didn't even think about that. That was straight up. Great job, Morellis. Wowza. Moments of magic for the Swiss. That'll surely lift their team as well. And a great tip as well from Sturgis. It came off Keelan. Good umpiring. This is where they need to get some width. Good by Morellis. Well done. Defend on the ball. Good placement on that pass. Oh, lovely. Oh, unlucky there for Morellis. Maybe she should just take the long shot. Oh, lovely ball. Good pressure by Martinelli, but contact called. Lovely shot. Some great defence by Pizzy, just tracking her off the ball on Van Lent and Dinena.
She's not giving her any space whatsoever.
She's not, making it really hard for Pasqualina to get the ball. Shutting down the centre pass, then shutting down the second phase. And sometimes that hard work is missed, isn't it, when you're just sort of watching the ball. But
I mean, it's all that hard work, and then when you do get the ball, it's almost like you do try to do anything with it.
Oh, great job, Morellis. Nice timing, great connection there. Core strength, Ashley Hall, legend. Oh, she was looking for longer and then. Nice give and go. Unlucky from Martinelli. Good strength from Keeling. They keep the scoreboard ticking over. Nice long ball. Such quick hands from Hall. Good width. Ball in the line. Come on, just letting space out, width and depth. Nice. Oh.
She likes it from there.
She does like it from there. Her favourite player is Sophie. That's it, thank you. It's completely gone. And she almost is a bit like Sophie Drakeford-Lewis.
Yeah, she does actually, doesn't she?
Goes so quiet when the cowbells stop ringing. Oh, unlucky. Yeah, good umpiring, Rob. Well done. You're allowed to sit here, it's okay. Oh, just a misconnection there again, placement. Crompton finds Ryder Clegg, finds Hall. Evans, great draw by Hall. Keeling home alone by the post. Just beautiful. Oh, she did well to get on the end of that. It was more of a flat lateral, but they get away with it.
Yeah.
Good chase down by Evans. Yeah, all together again, all playing into the same space. And such a quick transition for the Isle of Man. Nice, lovely backspace, great timing. What more can you say?
Yeah, make it look easy sometimes, don't they?
Yeah. Unlucky from Hall. A good 3-over defence at the front there from the Isle of Man.
Over the line. Or was it a toenail? It could have been a toenail over the line.
Yeah, great the other way. I think the problem sometimes with Switzerland is just like the positioning. You need, if you're going to reset it to the line, you need a ball side offer really, not a long diagonal non-ball side. Oh, it's just cheeky now.
Yeah. I think this is where they sort of got almost the two, second game of the day, Isle of Man and England's got a different 7 on now than they had at the start, and they're just not stopping.
Yeah.
It's hard work out there, but
yeah, they'll just put their foot down, haven't they?
yeah, they'll just keep going.
I think the thing that really annoys me is the fact that some of them don't look tired. Absolutely superb, world-class quarter for Isle of Man. 20 goals scored that quarter. I think, a bit of a slower start into it, but at the end it was just like fifth gear. 18 for Switzerland, they scored 7, so they're still creeping up in terms of their score, which is good for them.
So 5, 6, 7 they scored, so you could say they're improving each quarter.
Yeah, although tricky having let 20 goals in, but it just shows that it was a better flow for both teams then, a better passages of play, and not getting us stuck. We talked at half-time about sometimes them getting stuck, especially around that transverse line, but just flowing through a bit more for both teams.
Yeah, maybe that I didn't feel that the Ireland did the sort of zonal defence so much that quarter. Can't quite remember. I didn't feel like they did it so much, so maybe that allowed Switzerland to break through easier. But equally, that you say they're growing into the game as well. They're used to maybe the speed, maybe the physicality that Ireland are bringing. So as they get used to it, they learn to deal with things. All improvement in the game.
Absolutely, and I don't know whether this is actually any relevance whatsoever, but my question would be, and it's something that I'd probably go back and look at, is was the lack of zone then enabling them to fast break or flow through court better in terms of being ahead of the ball? I don't know, it's just a question, trying to work out why all of a sudden we got to this 20 from 12 in the previous quarter, because it did just flow. I mean, the connections between Ashley Hall and Kat Keelan and Evans and Ryder Clegg.
Yeah, so I thought Kat was holding that back space, and because of, like you say, they weren't in the zone, they had somebody a bit further up to make that transition into her as well. So yeah, I think you're probably right. I think it was as a slight result of that. I don't know exactly, but it felt like it probably would be, because they were still winning the ball, but they weren't all then so deep. The transition really quick. But equally, it could have been, as you said, the Swiss may have been tiring a little bit, and the transition up the court could just be quicker anyway.
And I tell you what, I really like Ashley Hall at goal attack. I know she's a good wing attack, but at goal attack, the space she creates in the circle, she's such a clever player, and she's not necessarily always focused on just the scoring the goals issue. She's focused on the game, so to speak. So she seems to just create a massive amount of space in there.
Yeah, I mean, so having trained with her and against her, it's amazing how she transitions. For me, it's amazing how she transitions from a wing attack to a goal, because her shooting, is good, especially when shooting training. She's amazing. Shooting, it feels like she doesn't miss. So to go from a wing attack to a goal attack within the game, I'm quite amazed when people do that, because you just suddenly switch it on and you can shoot. But yeah, you're right, it's just a game playing and knowing that role even if she's not playing it.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll be interesting now to see what the Swiss do as well in terms of their team. Not made too many changes for them in terms of bringing fresh legs on, and they've obviously got players on the bench, and they will have an important game for them tomorrow, because tomorrow it's almost like everything becomes a must-win game to get to the next stage for the placing. So we will be able to tell you as they come out. These changes for the Isle of Man. Johnston coming back on into that centre position. Cassidy busy staying where she is. Evans wing attack. Swales back on in that goal shooter position. Hall at goal attack still. And Nat Swales is back on at goalkeeper, I do believe.
Yes.
For Switzerland, I can see Von Lantens and Ennis onto the bench. I'm just trying to see who is at the front. I think it's Alana Joy. Good to see her back on the court. She's made a positive impact when she's played. Good swing. There we go. No. Good to get that to the top. It was almost a swing, and then the other swing, once they were all ball side, made them all non-ball side.
I think they made them work hard for that.
Yeah. Cheeky.
A little low ball again. They like those.
shot by Hall. No, it's a shame. Alana Joy was on a great second phase run then. Nothing in front, so she opts to go back. Good strength by Pussy.
Just putting the pressure on there and say forcing the errors.
Like you said before, Pussy and Shaw, just both of them really hard to play against.
Yeah.
Every wing attack that's faced them has had problems.
And like you say, you've just given Rachel Johnson a rest and she's come back onto the quarter. Would we want to be centre in the final quarter now?
But she doesn't look tired as well. She plays centre all the time. She never looks tired.
So,
Does she ever get tired?
probably not.
No. Look. Oh, step around, lovely. That one doesn't connect, however, picked up by Rideborn. Morales, good decision to go back. Sturgis. Oh, well fought there. There's almost a bit of netball ping pong now.
Yeah.
Come on. Play the easy balls. Oh, Reed snatches that one. Nice pop to Morales. Gets Swiss off the board. And I think that shows tired legs from Switzerland. They didn't really have to do much at their centre pass, just cross the line. Okay, it's fast.
Like you say, they may have one eye on tomorrow being the game that they need to focus on, so maybe resting some people for that.
Good front by Joy. She's down and she's back up. Lovely. Oh. Nice. Good timing by Chloe Swales. Again, great timing just to pop out. Defend with the centre pass. Oh, Joy thought she had been contacted, but no, umpire says no. Oh, she got away with that. Did you see she stepped onto court?
Yeah.
That was lucky. Nice. Good pop back by Joy and lovely feed to Reed. Oh, well read by Swales. Oh, too close. Great shot, Morales. That was unfortunate for Swales. She read it beautifully. Oh, beautiful screen by Hall to create that space. It looked like she was just free, but she'd screamed it off so well. I love watching moments like that. Magical.
Of course, the other connection that's on court at the moment is Rhea and Rachel, our housemates. Rachel Johnson and Rhiannon Evans are housemates.
Ah.
So they're playing centre wing attack. I'm not sure how much that helps with the netball on the court, but
No, I think
they live together.
Oh, they live together.
Yeah.
I'm sure it does. All these young fans now be like, where do they live?
Yeah, I'm not sure we can say that.
No, let's not give that out.
I did go to the house warming actually.
Were you waiting outside for an autograph?
Got too old to get in.
Oh, Johnston. It's almost like she knew we were talking about her. Lovely pocket ball to Evans. Oh, great tip. Good job, Victoria Radbourne. To friend Martinelli. Contact against Pizzi there. Lovely by Joy. Oh. Very slow at sorting to get it done. Lovely width by Radbourne. Nice here by the Swiss. Much more space. This is width and depth. Oh.
She definitely likes it from range.
.57.23 to the Isle of Man at the moment. Some substitutions going on. Brideston coming on to goal shoot maybe. Yeah, Swales, goal attack, Hall, wing attack, and Evans goes to the bench. This always makes me wonder when it's near the end whether this is the lineup for tomorrow.
Yeah, I would wonder whether it be something similar.
Do they want to finish how they're going to start? Lovely shot by Brideston. No means easy feat coming on after resting and then being able to put the shot up straight away, but she did it beautifully.
Yeah.
Well held, Joy.
I wasn't watching, but perhaps she was practicing in the back of the corner, I don't know.
No, I don't know either. Good point. Well run down again by Johnston. It's almost like, I say, she knew we were talking about her, so thought she'd put on a show. Still cheering on, a clap. Pleased for her.
Yeah.
Oh, who are we kidding? She plays like that all the time. Oh, beautiful take by Bryson.
So the link up between Chloe and also Bryson and Swales is the same in club, and they've been doing it all season. They're almost telepathic, knowing where they're going to go.
Nice give and go by Joy. Just a bit more space on the court with these three at the front at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm not sure of the ages, potentially more younger players, but it just feels more spacious for Switzerland. And it's definitely not because the defence is any weaker. Because it's definitely not. Nice swing. Caution given to Pizzi there, but I think with 5 minutes left of the game, it's not going to make too much difference to her. Lovely take by DeFriend. Oh, unlucky there. Look at that defence from Pizzi, keeping them in the same side. They forced that Isle of Man. And that's just the experience needed eventually for Switzerland, but great take by Martinelli. Radbourne, here's that zone.
Yeah, put it back again.
Well snatched, good width. Oh my goodness. hand.
Yeah, I wish she got extended her arms, I think.
I want to
They're
see
gone
that.
forever.
I'm not sure if she's got glue on them. And again. She almost puts it up in the left and then shoots to the right.
She just lands it on her hand. She didn't actually catch it, she just lands it on her hand.
Divine intervention. Great tracking by Ashley Hall, and that's a true captain. 3 minutes, 45 seconds left, and she is still fighting.
Yeah.
Every ball, every pass. The other side, tipped to Friend. Martinelli to Reed. Joy's over in the swing. Just a bit too much on it. All in loads of space. Martinelli gets the contact call. Drive through. That's the draw. Where's the open? Oh, well held by Joy. Izzy's not giving up though. Circle edge. Oh, lovely by Martinelli. Great run. That's not Martinelli, it's Morales. I'm sorry. Great run by Morales. Last time Switzerland played the Isle of Man, they scored 25 on the board, so they've equalled that now. Bridson can't keep that in. A chance for the Swiss team to better their score from last time. I think just need to recognise who is the draw. One drive through, draw the defence, one then pops through.
That zone come back, hasn't it? And they're starting to struggle again a little.
Well picked up by Reed. Johnston. She makes it look easy.
Comes out of nowhere.
Oh, well read Martinelli, but too good by Hall. Sunk by Bryson. 65-25. 1 minute and 15 seconds left. Lovely hold by Swales to create that space for Bryson to control. Yeah.
It looks so natural, doesn't it? They just do it all the time.
Oh, well picked up by Joy. Oh, just unfortunate none of her players were there. It's almost like with a minute left, the crowd's gone mental. It feels like it's goal for goal.
They don't know it's wrong.
Oh, nice. Good pressure by Ryborn. Swales. Good pass. 68, 7 seconds. Time for a score, but not a lot of time. It's got to go straight in. There's no one in there. Fantastic. 20 goals again for the Isle of Man in that quarter. They started off potentially a little bit slower for them, but then they absolutely put their foot down. 7 goals scored then for Switzerland, so consistent third and fourth quarter in terms of scoring for them. In fact, the same score in the third, but the same score in the fourth.
Yeah, so we didn't drop off, they kept going. It could have been easy to sort of get a bit demoralised, but they kept going, they kept working hard and kept trying their moves, and as well, got 7 in the fourth quarter as well.
Isle of Man have now won 2 games, so it's all down to the Cayman Islands versus Gibraltar. If Gibraltar win the game in the next game, it will mean Gibraltar finish first, Isle of Man second, Cayman Islands third and Switzerland fourth in Group A, but that's not guaranteed yet. The Cayman Islands could turn Gibraltar and could throw that all in the air. We will find out no doubt after next game. Crowd are going wild. Massive thanks to Rob Mason for being in comms with me. We'll see you again tomorrow morning.
Yes, yeah, I'll be back tomorrow morning. Not the early game, but the second one.
I thought I'd give you a lion. Thanks so much for joining me in comms. Don't forget, we still have the interviews after this, so we'll try and grab the captains potentially of each team, get their thoughts on that match. And then after this, we have the Cayman Islands versus Gibraltar. This final match will decide how everybody finishes in Group A. So make sure you stay with us and don't go anywhere. Shoot. She gets it. Oh, that's a great way to end. Oh, lovely stuff. Squeaky. Feeling the pressure. Oh. What a will she shoot from here?
Yeah. Oh, what an intercept.
Nice quick hand between Gardner. Nice. Lovely shot.
Give them a little bit of confidence going into half time. Oh, lovely shot. Great interception.
I'm joined by Rachel Johnson. Fantastic performance again for the Isle of Man. That should, touch wood, set you in up the second place in this group. So will make you face UAE moving forwards. How do you feel?
Yeah, we're really, really pleased with that performance today. We had a bit of a shaky start, but really glad that we were able to come out today and put in a good performance. And yeah, really happy that we're going to go through to the next stage of the competition.
Did you have sort of one eye on who you might play? Did you watch any of the last game?
We have watched, but I think for us, the last time we played Republic of Ireland and UAE, it's been tough games. So for us, we knew either one that we play against was going to be hard. So for us, it was just concentrating on getting through to that stage. And then, yeah, tonight we're just going to have to reflect and prepare for tomorrow.
And interestingly, I think it's been the same the other way around. They then weren't sure whether they wanted to play you or Gibraltar because that was such a good game, wasn't it?
Yeah, Gibraltar game is always one to watch. It's hard to play because you know it's going to be goal for goal, and before I think that's our most nerve-wracking game. But it's a good one for the crowd, I guess, to come watch. But yeah, we were disappointed. We think we could have had that, but they played so well, and yeah, they brought it to us. So yeah, I think they're through as well. So yeah, should be a good final few games.
But the last few games, you've definitely righted the wrong. I mean, you coaches have tried lots of different combinations on there. Do you know what it is moving forward, or can you let us in on any secrets?
I don't think Claire and Rob would be happy about that. I don't know what's going to put out there at the moment. I think what's good about the Isle of Man team is that we've got loads of, people who can come on and make a great impact, and it makes, everyone try a bit harder because they want to start as well. So, yeah, I'm not sure what we're going to put out tomorrow, but yeah, we're going to come out and perform. That's what we're aiming to do.
Well, really well done. Rest up, and good luck tomorrow.
Will do. Thank you so much.
Thank you to Rachel Johnson, and now and getting Victoria Ryborn coming on in their fabulous dresses. Core 37 dresses, these are the new Swiss Lynx ones.
These are our new Swiss Lynx dresses, proudly sponsored by Core 37, so thank you very much, Core 37. And we're wearing them for the first time. The Swiss Lynx, that's the name of our new team.
Well, you all look fabulous, and really good play on the court as well. We looked at the scores from last time when you played the Isle of Man, and you got the same number of goals, and a slightly younger team this time as well.
Yeah, slightly younger team, some new players playing on the international stage for the first time, and we fought to the end, and that's what we said. We're going to bring energy, we're going to fight, we're going to give it everything. We all had some personal goals, and we went out there and achieved them, so it was great. It was really good.
And you worked through that zone, you built throughout the game. We saw towards the end of the game you're getting some real width and depth. We saw some great drives from you to draw that middle. Sometimes they still gave you the ball, but towards the end they're starting to see that drive and pass the wide ball and really work through it, and that's credit to what's happening on that bench throughout the whole game.
Yeah, no, the zone of the Isle of Man was very hard to break, and we talked about it a lot, and over the passage of the game, making those drives wide, far, and trying to pick off those flyers and get some tips and get some intercepts, but we worked on it, and I'm really proud of them. They did really well today. They really fought, so yeah.
So depending on this game next, depends on whether you're going to be playing Malta or Israel. Any preference?
No. Both of them, I mean, we played both of them before. Israel quite a long time ago. Malta we played back in Gibraltar, so no, both will be great games, and we'll bring our energy and our sparkle to the court, so we're looking forward to it.
Well, really well done, great game to watch, and a pleasure as always to see you on the court.
Thank you very much, Nat.
Very well done to both teams. So that is the second to last game today. The last game is about to take place. It is Gibraltar versus the Cayman Islands. Looking at the results, one would potentially think that Gibraltar should come out with the win, but nothing is a given in netball, as we know, and from what we've seen so far, anything could happen. If Cayman Islands win, it'll throw this group completely out of the water, and who knows what the placings will be. So we will wait to see. Don't go anywhere. You don't want to miss this one.